Hello boys and girls, today we are doing a very special video. We are doing an entire breakdown of The Witcher 2. Now, that being said, some things you should know. There are heavy spoilers in this video, so if you're planning on playing The Witcher 2 and you don't like spoilers, don't watch this. It's not for you. But for everybody else who's cool and hip with it, yeah, I know that's cringy. Suck it, leave it in the comments. Enjoy this video. The Witcher 2, absolutely a blast of a game. I hope you enjoy. The Witcher 2 begins with Geralt hanging from the goddamn rafters. I know some of you females out there, this is a kinky fantasy. Got old Henry Cavill hanging up there for you. Well, anyways, then Byrne, whatever his name is, Roach or whatever, starts talking to you and interrogating you. So you start going through your past. Now, I skipped a little bit forward because I can't show how this actually starts because you gotta see some titties. But basically, you're attacking this castle on a full-on frontal assault. And then as you see, I sped this up for your pleasure, not for mine, because the goddamn combat in this game is not very good. Not very good. But anyways, you find out that you need to go and open up the gates, so you crawl down in the sewers, fight yourself your first monster, which is pretty cool. Your typical drowner. And then you get up above land, fight through these goddamn buffoons, realize you need to open the gate, slam through that. I mean, god damn it, look at those biceps. If I wasn't a straight man, I'd be wanting to lick the sweat off of those. Anyways, so you go in, you talk to these jabronis, punch him in the stomach because he's a little pussy, tell the other guy he's a bitch, perfect, then you're chased by a dragon. God damn, did this game escalate really fast. I mean, look at this dragon just trying to swipe your dick off. I mean, that is some goddamn Chad Alpha energy. Andrew Tate, step the fuck back because I just stabbed a dragon in the mouth. Anyways, we talk to this old guy. He gives the king his kids back, which this whole thing stems from the wife and the king having an argument and shooting ballistas at each other. What kind of guy gives his wife a ballista? That just seems like a bad choice. Anyways, you talk to the old man. He seems pretty nice. He's all blind and shit, but is he blind? No, it's all a facade. The blindfold has hit the floor. The throat has been slit. The king is falling. Oh no, the children are seeing it. I charge in with my badass vibrato. He throws the king at me like a bag of potatoes, only to find out he isn't an old blind man. He is a really buff Witcher dude. And he is jumping out the window just like a goddamn chief. Anyways, the guards catch you, and now you understand why you are hanging in the gallows and the king lays dead for all to see. Well, Vernon knows you're not a bad guy, slides you a key. He says, farewell, meet me up later. Yeah, get up, pick it up, use your goddamn absolute genius abs. Hang in the cell, the guard is a dick to you, so you tell him to come in, you beat his ass. Start your first boxing minigame, fly through that. Look at some torture devices. You got yourself an Iron Maiden and a table to spike you. Go to do your little stealth stuff, and the stealth sucks in this game. You can literally walk up behind people, and they will have no idea you're there until you're standing right in front of them. But I don't like stealth, so I just bashed my way through this entire prison section. Yes, I put the game on a lower difficulty to be able to do this, because I hate the combat in this game. It's really bad. Most of the time, you get your ass kicked, and if you try to use the power moves, you get fucked up. Anyways, you see this guy talking with this big boob chick. That is something you will notice in this game. Every woman has a nice rack, even the ugly ones. Which, thank you, CD Projekt Red, for that. I mean, the character models in this game, out of the goddamn world. I mean, I want to milk every single one of them. Well, the guy gives you a little head nod, says, come my way. You go in and meet up with them. You're still shirtless because you're still in a prison. Talk to her. She's like, my husband's a dick. You're like, nah, he's just a normal king. You need to calm your bitch ass down. Are you on your time of the month or what? Ooh, a period joke. Nobody ever likes those when I throw them out there. Anyways, this guy kind of seems like a douchebag. You find out that they're like, okay, we're going to let you escape this prison. You're like, all right, bet. Send me out. You go through, kill a couple guys. They tell you not to kill them, but they kind of get in your way. Find out this dude's dead. I couldn't ever remember what his name was anyways. Meet up with your sexy girl Triss down here at the bottom. She's all juicy and she's got her cheeks, redhead beauty. I mean, in the movie adaptation, they'll probably make her black. Anyways, you talk with her, Vernon, to find out you guys are going to leave on a boat. Show up in your next little area, which is a town called Falstrom. This one-eyed dude is waking up some monsters with some smelling salts, or maybe an old cum rag. I don't know what he has in that bottle. The essence of, like, booty juice. But anyways, a big spider monster eats him. And you're like, damn, this is a cool way to start this area. Only to find out, like, oh, shit. Mr. Bad Witcher dude sitting in his cave already killed himself another king. He is the Kingslayer. We're going to call him the Kingslayer from now on because he likes throating himself some kings or cutting some kings' throats. My apologies. Anyways, they decide, well, you're pretty cool. We both hate humans. That's pretty neat. Racism's cool. Anyways, you guys show up on the land, and all of a sudden you're just chilling, and Mr. Blind Eye Patch Guy's sitting on a tree like, hey, fuck you guys, I'm gonna play the goddamn, it's not the flute, it's the accordion, whatever that thing's called. Let me know in the comments what it's actually called. I can't remember. Anyways, he's telling you guys are a bunch of pussies. Vernon obviously knows him from somewhere. And you find out that they both hate each other, and you're like, oh, damn, that sucks. I was kind of waiting for Vernon to be like, haha, what's up, old pal? And then you guys just turn on the goddamn Kingslayer, but that didn't happen. He just got really pissed off and chucks a knife at him really shittily, because the knife throwing in this game sucks. I don't have any footage of me trying to do it, but anyways, Trish saves your ass with a goddamn magic shield, because she's a goddamn G, falls over because she's got a bloody nose, thought the Witcher was way too hot, and her lady parts were just yearning for some dick. That is exactly what was happening there, and I have no other way of explaining it. Even though her loins are limiting her capabilities, she is still making sure that this shield follows you wherever you go. So you bash through all these elves because fuck these elves. They hate you. You might as well hate them real quick. I mean, I have no like animosity against the elvish people, but in this scenario, they were kind of being dicks. Anyways, you get to Folsom. Find out that you need to go talk to some guy named Dandelion. What a weird name for a dude. But anyways, he's like one of those bards or what are, I can't remember what they're called. The musician guys that sing at taverns. I mean, they're basically that douchebag with a guitar in college. But anyways, you find out they're hanging him, which is how I feel about every one of those douchebags who pulls out a guitar in college. But luckily, you decide to make a speech. This prostitute helps you out because she's like, hey, they didn't do anything wrong. I have nice titties. This old guy's like, you do have nice titties. We shouldn't hang him because you're kind of being a dick. So anyways, the guy gets a little annoyed with you, so you go through another boxing minigame. He tries to bob, you weave, you Mike Tyson his ass. The mayor comes up and starts making the speech in front of the town because he's like, the Witcher seems pretty cool, so I'm going to rizz this audience up. Anyways, you go back to the thing, talk to your whole crew, find out that there's a squid attacking. Damn, this game does not hold up. Anyways, the squid's tearing up the whole area, like thrashing and thrashing, and the Witcher shows up like he's gonna be a badass. Uh-oh, this witch chick showed up, which I thought was gonna be Yennefer, because I played a little bit of The Witcher 3, not much, but I was like, oh shit, Yennefer's here. Until I saw the circle ring tattoo on her chest, which must be a cum shot bullseye. It has to be. It has to be a landing pad. I have no other way of explaining it, but it looks like a landing pad to me. Well, anyways, you find out she's not Yennefer, and she's here to help you kill this monster or help with the story or whatever. And so you're like, yeah, cool, let me prepare for this. So I decided to go do some side quests. I fight some of these neckers. They found out this little elf lady was kind of getting harassed by some guards, so I was like, I'll go see what the real problem is. And sure enough, I get swarmed and almost molested by these monsters. There's so many of them. I had to put oil on my sword, which the game didn't really tell you about oil. I think that maybe they told you about it in the last game, but I had no idea what I was doing when it came to a Witcher game, so I put some oil on. Found out that the guards weren't killed by the Neckers, so she's like, I know what really happened. Follow me. You go to this area, find out she's a lying bitch. And so I have to be an evil guy against elves again. It really is starting to seem like I have like a hostility or a racist like bone against elves, but I really don't. This bitch is just lying. She shot the dude in the back like with 85 arrows. Anyway, this guy was another little side quest. Found out he was poisoning his townspeople. That sucks. This other douchebag with the goddamn glasses, his homie's stuck in a prison that's just surrounded in wraiths. A lot of ghosts. And I was like, oh shit, better kill me some ghosts. So I smash my ass through a bunch of wraiths, get like a trophy for killing so many of them, because I'm an absolute badass. Find his homie just kind of sitting in a corner crying like a little bitch. I was like, come on, G, go back up top. I know there's scary shit happening around you. Get to the bottom, find this dude all skulled out and stuff. He wants some eyes and teeth or something, so I give him to him, and he's like, no, I wanted the eyes and teeth of the guys you saved. And I'm like, well, shit, that's not really cool. So I whoop his ass, because every boss fight can be like boiled down to one move. It's called get them in a corner and beat them to death. Anyway, I find Cumshot back at the tower because I decided to do the main quest. She sends me up the road where a bunch of bandits are just chilling because they're homeless. And if Portland can learn one thing from this game, is beat the homeless in your neighborhood. Don't actually do that. This is just a comedy video. Calm down. Anyways, I run up there, meet up with Triss, and then a bunch of Drowlers attack me again. I haven't seen them as much as I've seen them in the beginning of Witcher 3, but they sure are showing up. They seem like they're gonna fuck me up. Anyways, I gotta go get this potion because I find out the Kraken thing is poisonous. Find this, like, rotted dude, kill him because he was in my way. I was like, you don't fuck with me, bitch. Anyways, cum shot, bitch. I need her help to, like, stun lock the beast with electricity. So me and her go down. I'm like, all right, cum shot, engage your powers. Use your ability from all the semen you've gathered on your chest. Summon this creature from the depths. And she's like, bet. All the undead children on my chest. Summon this Kraken. And they do. And the dude shows up. And this thing is big. And it's got a big old butthole mouth. And I'm like, your butthole mouth is no chance for me. I grab one of his tentacles and started slashing away. I'm like, you can't handle me, bitch. Drop a bridge on his ass. That is how the Witcher handles this. I did think I had to run around that way. He smacked my ass. And I was like, oh, I learned my lesson. I'm going to run up there and give you some brain surgery. Give you a little bit of head, but not the kind that old cum shot does right before she gets the present on her chest. Anyways, we beat him. Find out we need to go talk to this dude with Triss because now that problem's solved. He's dying, so we kind of heal him up because we need information on the other elf guy. This guy's like, fuck, I hate that you guys saved me, but I also like that you saved me. I'll let you know where the dude is. And then you get one of these cool in-between cutscenes that this game likes to do. I had to cut it down a lot because there's a ton of nudity in this game, and I don't have the editing capabilities to make it work, but look at this comic book art. Awesome. Anyways, you go catch yourself some flowers with Triss. The flowers you're picking are like the flowers of resemblance, and then you just get jumped by some dude and fall through the floor into this little chamber, which you find out later from some guys there's like the chamber of love or something like that. All I know is to tell you right now is you need to tell Triss that she needs to take a bath, because if you were a straight man in America and you're playing this game, trust me, you're gonna love it, because I edited this down the best I possibly could to not show any hardcore nudity and get my channel nuked into oblivion, but I'm hoping through context clues that you're getting the fact that she's like, hey Witcher, come into this bath with me. We gotta do the old no clothes hanky panky when she pulls him in. And if you don't know what that is, here, let me give you a hint. The glorious sounds of lovemaking. Anyway, after you break out of there, you go and talk to the little dwarf dude. Arm wrestle him a little bit, which is one of the worst minigames in this entire game. The arm wrestling thing sucks. You go with him to meet with the elves because he's got himself like a hook. He's got himself somebody on the DL, and he's like joining the elves or something. Well, you fight this giant spider monster, which, like any boss, the best way to beat it is just to get it cornered and keep it stun locked. That is the best way to do it, because honestly, the fighting in this game is terrible. It has some of the worst, like, combat mechanics. You end up pretending that you caught the elf guy to get the Witcher dude to confess that he's a bad mamma jamma and he was gonna screw him over and kill him, and then your buddy Vernon just shows up out of nowhere and starts killing people. And I decided to stick with the homie because he helped me get out of jail and he's had my back from day one. And big buff Witcher guy goes into the spa, except for this time it's not gonna be any lovey-dovey lovemaking. No, we're gonna be blasting each other's assholes. I mean, blasting each other's biceps against sword slashing and stuff. So I do what I do on every boss fight and try to get him stun locked, but this guy's a little quicker, a little smoother, and he's got Witcher powers, so I couldn't keep him stun locked at the beginning there, but don't worry, I figured out the stun lock on this guy. Even though he tried to do fire, I would just hit him with fire faster, but you don't get to finish the full boss fight because it goes to a cutscene and you lose. Anyways, after that you go and try to find Triss, because the bad guy's like, I'm gonna steal Triss and I'm gonna teleport out of here. So you go and find your little douchebag college guitar hero man. But like this game loves to do, I get distracted by flashy things and end up getting into bar brawls for a little bit, betting some money on it. And so I whoop the asses of a couple guys just to show that I am superior in every single way. And I know how to work that dodge and weave like I'm Mike Tyson. I mean, look at this guy. He thinks he can beat me. He doesn't even have hair. I'm better than him. Suck it.
Anyway, getting back to the subject at hand, I go meet up with my whole little homie, whatever his name is, the stupid college guitar guy. He's chilling out with a prostitute, be like, hey, prostitute, what are you doing? And she's like, oh yeah, I've been just chilling over in this next room. I know you guys found that peephole, and you're like, yeah, we found the peephole, and we know that there's a little pentagram thing, and all sorts of crazy shit's going on in the next room. There's like a dead guy in there, and there's dildos on the counter. I don't know what's going on, and then it does like a little backtrack thing. you see why the pentagram thing was there, because this weird goblin looking dude, I don't like his face. I'm gonna call him douchey face or something. I don't know. I'm gonna keep calling him different stuff, but I really don't like the look of this man. But you basically find out that they bust in because they don't trust her. She's working with this elf guy. The elf guy gets all fucked up, so you use cat piss to drink that, and cat piss somehow gives you this like super ability to like have X-ray vision, because everything's got its like organs out, and I don't know, vision's just way better. It turns you into like Super Witcher. Dude, like, he's on some South Park shit. But anyways, you find the elf dude. You find out he's dying. And you're like, no, elf dude, we were friends. I saved your life. Why? Why'd you do this to me? The pain, the sorrow. But basically, he tells you that old Triss has been kidnapped by Buff Witcher because his biceps are better than yours or something. And you're like, wow, dude, that's pretty lame. And then you kind of want him to die, but not really. You still kind of feel bad because he has like one of those deaths that you're like, damn, this chapter's getting kind of real. You know, like, I guess this dude's gonna die. I mean, we didn't have like a lot of good times, you know. We just kind of like talked twice, but we had some pretty good conversations. So no, again, feel bad. Anyways. So you go meet up with Vernon, and he's like, alright, we found out that the mayor of the town's a traitor, so we're gonna go, like, infiltrate his base and really push our way in and do some cool shit. But the way they plan it out, you start to kind of get a vibe that this is gonna be a little gross, because you find out that he orders 2 prostitutes every day, and so you send in the one hot elf chick that's on your team, I can't remember her name, to go infiltrate, and then you go in through the back door, pun intended, and you kind of bust shit up and crack some heads, which means that you have to go through. I think it wants you to sneak, but sneaking sucks in this game. It makes no sense. It's garbage. It's some of the worst, like, stealth crap I've ever done in any game. And basically, I ended up just fighting my way through it, running into this one of the prostitutes that went in. She's like, "Oh, your health friend's up there," and you're like, "Oh, cool, man. Well, I'll go get her because she's supposed to open a door for me or something." And little do you know that the mayor guy's about to forcefully enter her nether regions. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the R word, but there's different, like, I can say retarded. I don't think that's really the R word, but like forcefully enter the loins area. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that, but there's like a lot of that that's about to happen. And there's one thing I want to get like out in the open and pretty clear right away. I do not support that type of behavior at all. Do not do that to people. Be a good guy, because there is some like uncomfortable ass imagery in this little next few segments, and that's, I kind of left in as much as I did here, because as I'm like pushing my way through this or his house, I really wanted to make it known that this part really messed with me. But anyway, before I get too into the deep stuff, let's talk about how this is the mayor's mom. Look how ugly she is, bro. She's like a white old Lizzo. Oh man, I'm making jokes right after talking about serious stuff. Sue him. Well, anyway, she's like, "Oh, you can't touch my cocaine." She throws the cocaine in my face and gets me all high. I cut her head off because I'm a goddamn G, and some women's lives don't matter. Don't take that seriously, guys. Oh, and I put a double take in there just to really see that again. Run it back. Heck yeah, dude. I let you see that twice. You better be thankful to me, because I really wanted you guys to really, like, get the feeling of that headshot. Anyways, we're back. The mayor trying to forcefully enter her inner thighs, and I decide, hey, I don't like that, so I keep pushing forward. I'm gonna keep pushing up. Find her there, tied up on the wall. She tells me it's a trap. He comes pulling out. I'm like, bro, I don't like your kind. You need to be in jail or dead. And so I beat his ass, right? I like go in there. He's like, I got a pointy stick, and I'm like, nah, homie, I'm gonna kill you with a sword. And then just to like prove how messed up he was, I wanted to kill him right in front of her, because like, justice, poetic justice, man. I mean, that's not really poetic justice, that's just justice. But anyway, I felt pretty bad. But then me and her were like, oh, let's go check this back room. I found this whole ass sex room back here, bro, and there was just this beat elf girl like an inch away from life. He had held a sex prisoner. That's like breaking it down again, where I don't want to make jokes, and I left a lot of this stuff in, and I'll maybe throw in some like tidbits through here, but mostly I just want to talk about how messed up this is. Basically, he had a sex prisoner. He was like R-A-P-E-D-ing her. Wait, E-D? R-A-P-E. raping her. My bad, bro. Raping her and he like impregnated her, right? And this is a little in the middle of the battle, in the middle of finding out that he impregnated her. You literally go and just watch these two fight each other, the leader of the elves and Vernon. It was kind of lame. Nothing really comes of it. I don't know. Maybe it will down the road. I don't care. But anyways, you find out that he impregnated her, right? And you're like, oh, shoot. So she goes and like has the baby. And God, I forgot there was you play as Vernon for this section. Yeah, it's like you play as Vernon and then I don't know. He like punks on the elf, and then the elf's homies show up. But anyways, the baby's getting birthed right as you find her. She's like waters break, so she stays in the castle while you go and check out on Vernon. And you get up there, you find out that the baby's like a boy or a girl. What was it? I can't remember. It's a boy, I think. I don't know. I think it was a boy. Anyways, it doesn't matter. The baby's sex doesn't matter because literally this dude was being racist, so I deck him in the mouth. We head up there to see how she's doing. And she cuts her goddamn wrists. First off, I hate suicide. I think it is the worst, most selfish thing you could ever do. I think it's incredibly lame and stupid and gross, and I hate it. And anybody who does it, I don't like them for doing it. Also, this whole section was like, this chick, I understand you went through hell. Like, I get it. But to leave your kid, like, luckily they found somebody for the kid. Anyways, let's move on to chapter 2 before I get on to a rant about some stuff like that. I just really don't, that made me really uncomfortable. I mean, hell of a great way to end the first chapter. But anyways, in chapter 2, you start, and this is one of the many times that the game takes the control, not really the control from you, but takes you out of Geralt and puts you into somebody else, and you're in this douchey-ass king's persona. I don't like this guy. He kind of like the other king, fucking vibed with him, bro. He was my homie. This guy sucks. And his, like left-hand man is just fucking weasel-faced douche fucker. Whatever that dude's name is. Red hat cunt face. He sucks. I don't like him. Anyways, you guys are chilling. Yeah, you find out that the dragon, whatever her name is, she shows up and she's like, you can't have this area because I know you try to sell it for like 50,000 gold and I want to fight you for it. And I really didn't want to fight her because I think she's pretty cool and she's hot. So there's a bonus. But like all women are hot in this game. But you kind of like get in there and you start like fucking like tearing her up. She gets a good slash on you. There's like 2 good slashes there. And then this guy's like, fuck you, you stupid mage, and he starts beating his head into this stone. The stone starts flashing, bro, and like telling you like, Holy Akbar. That doesn't really say that, but like light starts shining up, and right around here is where it kind of cuts out, and it goes to, you're back to playing as Geralt of Riviera, right? And you're like, whoa, dude, what the heck's going on? Is this like, in my head, I'm like, well, did this happen like a long time ago? Or, because in this game, it does kind of weird time stuff, kind of like the first season of the Witcher TV show, which, great show. I like the second season too. But anyways, Witcher's like feeling something. He's got something in his loins telling him something's wrong. And this guy in the crossbow is being a little bitch. And the Witcher was just like, check this out. Shield time. And he dipsets like a mad 20. And all of a sudden, a giant blue light comes into the sky, and I was like, what the hell is going on? Everybody's running. You're chilling with your back to the king over here. He's just like, I can't fight all these dead people off. And the Witcher shows up, and of course, the witch that's helping him is old cum shot. You know, Miss, please come on my chest. I got a bullseye. Yeah, cum shot's there. She's just like a light mage. You'll see her teleporting around. And this part was kind of cool. Like, the way this thing started off, I was like, this is hype. Look at how many monsters I'm fighting. Look at the size of this big old jabroni I'm fighting right here. Yeah, he took a lot of hits. If you were going to call him a sponge, he was a sponge. But I was like, cool, new monster type. I'm down for that. It did suck when I was fighting this guy because he wouldn't. I kept, like, stunning him into the fire and catching myself on fire. Happened way too many times. Anyway, so I'm like busting his ass, thinking like, okay, this first section's kind of cool. I thought maybe we would fight our way down, do some cool stuff, and we kind of do that, but for the most part, like, Mr. Weasel-faced Dick Nose does this little move where he's like superpowers a shield, and you can see it right here, and he like puts you guys in this like hole in captive place, and every once in a while you're walking, these wraiths will show up and you gotta kill them. But other than that, his power like kills everything, so it's kind of goddamn boring. This is one of the most boring set piece moments in a game I have ever played. I really did not enjoy this. At first I thought it was going to be pretty cool, but for the most part it's just a walking simulator section, and though it was like kind of cool because of the set pieces, it wasn't that great. And so now that that's over with, we embark back to the castle, and you go and you gotta go meet up with the king, but the king's like, I'm busy right now, I gotta go chill in my chambers. I'm like, bet bro, go do your thing. So I decide I'm gonna go check out this little camp, look at this little arena thing, and I'm like, cool, I wish there was fights in here or something, because like that would be cool if I had something to do right now. Kind of run around, find these guys kind of picking on this one dude with, look how sad his eyes are, bro. He got the saddest eyes. So I knew right away I'm gonna be helping Mr. Sad Eyes. But like, I walk over to him, ask him what's going on. I guess there's like a dead lady at like a lake or some shit. This like chilling, angry at him, and I'm like, all right, cool, I'll help you out. I then go to do this shit, right? Well, come to find out, I'm still locked in the camp, and I can't leave until I do something. And I'm like, wait, what can I even do? And come to find out, I still gotta go talk to the king, which I know I kind of skipped over that. I didn't want to put another video of me running around aimlessly there. So I go talk to homie guy, right? Zelvelki or whatever his name is, Mr. fucking Russia hat. I talk to him, use my little fucking Naruto hand magic to get into the gate, walk in, find old pencil neck here. He's still being a douchebag. Go talk to the king. King's like, hey, I got all these problems, and you're like, I got 99 problems too, and a bitch ain't one. And then he's like, bro, I am a bitch. But he doesn't really say that because he's kind of a pompous ass. So I find out that there's like these coins carried by these traders, and that I need to help him stop this thing. Then I go and talk to Cumtits because I'm surprised she's working with the king. Come to find out, she's not working with the king. She's just kind of like helping out all over the place because kings are dying, and she wants to like be ahead of the curve so she doesn't get burnt at the stake or some shit. Then I go talk to this fucking fugly ass motherfucker. I hate this dude. This dude, all roads lead to this dude. So you're going to see him a lot in the next upcoming bit of the video. When I'm talking about chapter 2, you're going to see fucking Snaggletooth Prick all the time. Anyhoozle, something you're going to notice a lot about Chapter 2 is it's all over the place. Not only are the main quests of the little area all over the place, but it seems like the side content has you doing all sorts of shit. And almost anywhere you go, you're going to get marauded by either monsters, which is like the last area, but then I got like almost molested by this wizard here, and it just was so annoying. I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to walk, dude. I'm just trying to like check out the area. I wasn't even trying to like do anything, but I did think it was kind of a fun, weird encounter. And then there was this one, right? I'd go down the road. I ended up finding out I need to talk to this asshole down at the bottom of the road later. But when I first got here, bro, all I saw was a bunch of harpies. And I am molesting my way through them. Okay, I'm not molesting. I'm hacking, slashing. But I'm getting my way through them, bro. I'm trying to, like, beat my way through them. And at the end of it, I realized that they're just going to keep showing up. And how does that solve racism? I don't know. So I leave. Anyways, I run into some more of these goddamn whatever they are, the guys that explode, rotters or whatever. And around that area, I forgot to get the footage, but I burned some bodies. Find out I got there's one quest where I just have to burn a bunch of bodies. It doesn't tell you where the bodies are, but anyways, I see some green dots on my map. Go talk to fucking Vernon. He's completely useless. But what I do find out is these two, this father and son, are arguing right here. And in typical Geralt fashion, I gotta figure out what's going on. So I decide to go head over to the tent, end up running through some fire because I'm constantly running through the fire in the camps like a goddamn dumbass. And I finally figure out which tent he's in, run inside, be like, what's up, daddy-o? What's going on with you and your little baby boy? And he's like, bro, my son's been like talking shit to this night guy who's like savage. Everybody's afraid of him. And I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, can you help him out? I'm like, yeah. So I go and tell the son that I'm gonna help him out, and he's like, I ain't no bitch, I can fight him. And I'm like, listen, bro, I can go in there with you. Me and we can double up against two of them. You can keep your honor, we can be friends, and we can kick some ass. He's like, all right, bet. So I go talk to old Dickweave himself, or Massive Dickerson, whatever his name is, and he's like, what does he want to back out of the fight? I'm like, no, we can play doubles, bro, like we play in tennis. And he's like, all right. So we invite old Shieldy douchebag to join. He's like, I have a shield, I am the man, they call me Mr. Flowers. And I'm like, that's pretty lame. So I jump into the ring. These guys all announce it. We're in the arena. Finally, I got to fight in this arena. I hit him with a quick old bomb. Start slashing and hacking. Got him in stun lock mode. Then get the other guy in stun lock mode. The fight was way easier than I thought it was going to be. Well, anyway, they announced that I'm the victor. I go outside, tell the son, hey, you did a good job. He's like, I'm going to be a knight. And the dad's like, you're an idiot. I don't care. And I don't really care either, because I'm just here to look for information. So I asked about the little square coins, find out there's a kind of a rebellion, and all these people are kind of still mad about what's her face being burned, and there's a guy telling them how there's some god that's blah 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 blah. The second chapter's kind of boring. Anyways, I run up top because I see that there's a little blue icon, find out this dude's having a little arena fight tournament, and he wants me to join. So of course the Stunlock King jumps in, and I plow this big guy into a corner. He's like, I'm a bitch. Talk to him again, find out there's another fight ready for me. I jump in. This guy looks like a punk, so I just like punk him into the corner like a goddamn Chatterson, because Stunlock King don't give up, bro. I ain't no bitch. Mama didn't raise no bitch. I don't give no fucks, bro. These Stunlock King will keep on fucking you in the anus. I just push him into the corner. This guy looked weirdly similar to the first guy, but with shoulder pads, because those shoulder pads are to block for cum shots on his shoulder or whatever. Anyways, the elf bitch that helped me break into the mayor's place wanted to fight me. I stun lock her. She took the longest amount of time to stun lock, which was kind of impressive to me. So when I was talking to the ring commander here of the tournament, I was telling him, like, bro, this bitch got moves, dude. She bobs and weaves. So I go and meet with her privately just to kind of congratulate her on her efforts. She kind of thinks that's a little annoying, but I tell her she's beautiful and badass, or badass and beautiful, and she's like, wow, putting badass after beautiful, even though I like being commented on my looks. So then I fuck her because I'm a goddamn Chad. Anyways, after that I go down the way, run through some more fire to find this little brothel camp, decide to talk to one of the hoes. I don't even remember what I talked to her about, but like I talked to her and Dandelion here and just kind of was bragging about my exploits with the other bitch. Found out a little bit of information going around on the town, just like got some deep lore. Yeah, some deep lore. Anyways, I decide I'm gonna go talk to the madam and see if I can sleep with one of these prostitutes out of curiosity. So I sleep with this one chick named like Busty Mary or something, and she first tells me I didn't offer enough money because I only offered like 1 coin. So then I hopped out like a full 100 coins. She shoved me to the bed. I grabbed them ass cheeks. I move on. Now I decide it's about high time I go finally figure out what's going on with the ghost thing from the sad-eyed dude from before, because he looks like he's been in the straight-up orgy. On the way there, though, I find a goddamn troll. I was super hyped about this, even though every enemy kind of breaks down into a stunlock mode. It was still cool to find a new monster in this area, considering I've been kind of fighting the same shit over and over again. I feel like the second chapter kind of loses me. Anyways, I check out some gravestones, find the secret hatch, decide I'm gonna go downstairs. Or down the ladder. Excuse me. So I light some candles. A wraith pops up. He's like, you did it wrong. I do it again. Light the candles. Find there's a secret door. Go in there. Find some information. Then I decide to go out on the beach. This bitch is just chilling there. She tells me that the reason that they're haunting him is because he like murdered her and her sisters, and I'm like, that's not really cool, because I kind of got honey trapped here. Even though she looks kind of scary, she's also kind of hot in a weird kinky way, like some BDSM shit, like goth girl shit. So I go tell him, hey, why did you kill her and her sisters? He gets all sorts of pissed off at me like I'm some sort of asshole, and I'm like, oh bro, I was like, either that's suspect or he's telling the truth. And I guess he ran out. He's like, I'm just gonna run out there and deal with it myself. You're a bitch. And I'm like, whoa, bro, that's not really nice of you. So I go chasing after him, find out he got cut in half, dude. And so she flies out of a portal and she's like, ha ha ha, I got more power now, I've gained the power from his soul. You're a bitch for believing that he lied to you. And I'm like, dude, that's not really that cool, man. I mean, I believed you because you have nice tits and you got that goth girl thing going on. And she sends a demon after me, which I kind of push into the corner. But this guy was actually one of the better boss fights because of the fire. Every time I'd push him in, it would try to catch me on fire. So I just kind of bobbed and weaved his ass, and then I tried to get him to follow me with his charge attack, and then I would hit him with a little stun blast, and then I capped him off with some fire because I felt like it was necessary. Anyways, I felt bad for jumping in and getting him killed, so I went back to a previous save and then went and whooped their asses just because I was like, bro did nothing wrong. So I went and killed all 3 sisters. And after this, I'd actually leveled up to where I sometimes can kill people on a one-shot, depending on the hit. Then after that, I felt kind of like, fuck yeah, dude, I did the right thing. So I go and get my reward from old Sad Eyes and tell him he's free. He is a free boy. Go, don't kill any women because I hate that shit, and that's why I let you die the first time, is because I thought you were a wife beater. But Anyways, I felt pretty good about changing that direction. Anyways, I go talk to fucking dickhead McGee Wizard, and with his snaggletooth teeth again, because I have some like information regarding that paper I found underneath. It's like some evil spell or some shit. I really didn't care, but I also didn't want to give it to him because fuck this dude. He sucks. I don't like him. I don't trust him, so I'm not going to give him shit. That paper is for me. Anyways, I go back to the brothel because I found out that they wanted me to go talk to Whistling Wendy, and in a non-sexual way because she has some ties to the square coin goons. She leads me around back, and I'm like, ooh, shit, maybe I am going to have sex with her. Nope, I go down into this little tunnel. I go into this room, and I get jumped by a bunch of guys, and one of them's got like super armor. I like handed like 6 goons, bro, and I fucked them up, dude. I kept moving around the tables. They couldn't get me stuck in a corner, and then finally I isolate the douchebag that I'm supposed to kill to begin with because I want his armor because supposedly it's like super OP according to him. Then I'm pissed because she lied to me and got me fucking put underground. I don't know if she lied to me, but I definitely wanted to like stick my dick into her as revenge and treat her like the horse she is. She fucking wants a lot of money to sleep with her, and I'm not gonna lie, the sex scene kind of sucked. Totally not worth it. Anyway, I go talk to Dandelion because for some reason they wanted me to talk to Dandelion, get some information. I'm like, cool. Then he wants me to go talk to the fucking douchebag McGee Wizard again with his snaggletooth fuckface. Always hate talking to this dude. Do not trust him. Like I said before, all roads lead to him in Chapter 2, which kind of sucks because you're going to be constantly looking at that meth head sunken face, bro. He looks like he's going to steal your wallet for meth. Anyways, I'm running by the beach, and I find out that there's another fighting competition going down. You know how much I love these. They're one of my favorite things to do in these games. So I go through a bunch of these fights. This guy like pulls my hair mid-fight, which I thought was kind of fucking savage. And I like these fights where I actually thought were a bit better than the last ones. Anyway, I think Vernon shows up right here because he's like, well, if you're gonna beat up my men, I gotta prove myself. But I ain't no bitch. I don't care if you're my homie or not, dude. I'm gonna whoop your ass and give you the respect you're due. I mean, I did it to the elf girl, only I don't want Vernon to fuck me. I wanted to fuck the elf girl, so when I found out that was a possibility, he's down. Anyways, then one other dude gets pissed up and just shows up and fights me, but I skipped that because I wanted to go find the little lost puppies for old Vanesky or whatever his name is. So I go to this little wheel place. They tell me they can't leave because the Draugrs are going to kill him. So I go look for Draugrs. Then they don't show up, and I'm like, oh, maybe I got to do some Batman investigating on this old wheel where they burn the bitch alive. And sure enough, that's what I have to do. Very Witcher 3 feeling, because I remember doing this at the very beginning of Witcher 3. But I check out the coins, check out everything, talk to them, say, hey, let's get the fuck out of here. I'll protect you from some drowners. It's no big deal. I'm an OP Witcher. It's just necessary for me to be able to kill shit. They're following me at like a really slow pace, like 80 miles back, which really annoyed me because I wanted them to keep up a little bit better. Anyways, these drowners were not even a fucking sweat for me. I just kind of plowed through them. They really weren't that difficult. I mean, drowners usually aren't, but the part that kind of gets annoying sometimes is they'll get you locked into a place. Anyways, I get them saved. We're cool. Then they wants me to go talk to the fucking douchebag guy with the harpies again. And I hate this dude. He's always so pretentious. And on the way, I found these soldiers getting fucked with by these like ants or bugs. I'm like, cool, I'll fucking save you. I'm a G. I'm a really nice guy. So I'm going to save people when I have the opportunity to save people. Anyway, I talked to this douchebag. He wants money for his information. So this dude straight up rips me off just to tell me that some dude I had already talked to, which I haven't put on screen yet, but he had the information on the thing I wanted from the get-go, lied to me, and I'm like, fucking asshole, dude. So I run all the way back to this dude. Keep in mind, this whole section, there's probably hours and hours of time where I'm just running back and forth between stuff because fast travel, I don't know if it's in this game. I haven't looked online. I've been trying to keep an open mind with this, but anyways, this guy's a douchebag. He tells me where it is. I'm like, cool. I have to go through the goddamn army of the dead to do this shit. So then I have to go talk to fucking sunken meth head snaggletooth fucking wizard again, because all roads lead back to this fucking dude in Chapter 2. If you can't tell, I'm a little annoyed with Chapter 2. I felt like it really slowed all that momentum I got from Chapter 1. But anyway, me and Mr. Frodo here are going, well, Frodo was a hobbit. This guy's a dwarf. I know the difference. But anyway, me and the dwarf are like
chill, bro. We're homies. Let's go through the mist together so you can talk to the elves for me, because I think they still think that I'm kind of racist. Well, anyways, we go through this little war of the damned that's going on outside, but I have a medallion that makes all the fighting monsters that normally would try to kill me disappear, so that I just have to fight some stragglers that pop up out of nowhere. And I'm like, cool, that's no big deal. The biggest problem with this area is my game kind of glitched out and wouldn't tell me where to go. So I just kind of wandered around for like 2 hours. Anyways, we finally get up, talk to the elves. The elves are like, why would we help you? And he's like, because I'm your homie, bro. And the Witcher's not taking any sides. He's just trying to clear his name. And I'm like, thank you, bro. At least we're friends. And the elves like, cool, whatever. You can pass through to the non-human area. I'm like, cool, bet, finally. Because the whole reason I'm here is so that I can get these 3 mythical items or some shit that are like supposedly important. Anyways, I run down this whole long alleyway, check it out, find out that there's these cool things you can do when your Witcher medallion flashes up, that you can get like buffs on your weapon. Didn't know that was a thing. Talk to these little dwarf friends of the first dwarf. They told me to go to these catacombs. I'm like, fucking bet, bro. Let me go find them, go through, find this really pretty lake. I thought this lake was pretty as shit. Kind of highlighted it on the map. One thing that sucks about this area is trying to find things on the map is a nightmare, because it's on the very edge of the map and the map doesn't work great. Find some bandits, killed them on the road, thinking, okay, maybe I'm just gonna be fighting bandits in this area, which kind of is weird because I haven't fought bandits in a while, and I was smoking them at the beginning of the game. I was like getting choked out by them in like a non-kinky way. Get into the catacombs and I'm like, all right, cool. Maybe I'll fight some grave robbers. I blow this wall down, which was super cool. Get jumped by wraiths. And it's not that I hate wraiths. I just find them kind of annoying. It's like I fought so many of them at this point. This whole chapter 2 has been wraith fighting. Like, other than the troll and the demon I fought, it's been ghosts, bro. Why am I fighting so many ghosts? I get that there's like a bunch of wraiths and stuff, and then I kind of like moonlight as a grave robber here. But one thing that I thought was super cool is every time I blew a wall down, that shit never gets old. It's so much fun. I felt like I was playing Diablo. Anyways, to get to the bottom, this guy's quizzing me on like the war and shit. And I listened to most of it when I was talking to the little dwarf guys. But he asked so many goddamn questions, like 16 questions, and finally I got one wrong. And he just like starts going, trying to mollywop my ass, and I'm like, fuck you, dude, I'm gonna beat your ass. I get the little thing I need from him, and then, then I'm supposed to meet up with the dwarf and somebody else down in this in the caves underneath the town. So I go down there, fight a bunch of monsters, which finally, even though I fought these rotters a million times, because there's a quest where I literally run around the map finding rotters and then burning bodies at them, I've gotten kind of annoyed with fighting them, but at least it's not wraiths. I feel like I fight so many wraiths. It's wraiths and rotters and bandits in this little area so much. And I was kind of hoping for something different, something a little wild. And luckily, toward the end of this quest, this little, yeah, I guess this is a side quest. At the end of this little quest to get the second item of, like, legend or whatever the fuck it is, I do fight something cool. I get in here, and then there's a Minotaur shows up, and I'm like, cool, that's actually different. Thank you. But I stun lock him really, really quick, and I was kind of disappointed because it sucks that I use stun lock everything. Well, anyways, I talked to these people, and it wasn't the elf bitch. It's the fucking dragon lady. I forgot, bro. She's like, I tell her to leave and just let this war kind of subside, and we'll figure out everything later, because I think she's kind of cool. I don't want her to die. She's like, I can't do that for my honor. And I'm like, okay, man, that makes sense. I teleport out of there. Then I go to find the last piece, which is like this fucking spear tip. This elf has it. He wants to play dice for it. Do not try to figure out what this game is. I don't like it. I don't like the dice game. It's kind of like Gwent. I really didn't care about Gwent. And so when I was playing this dice game, I just won. I don't know how I won, but I just won. Anyway, after that, I make my happy little jaunt back through the War of the Dead. Just this time I just ran through. I really didn't want to fight anybody because I'd already kind of ran through this a couple times and gotten lost in here because the navigational beacons don't always tell you where the fuck to go. But at this point, I am a lot more intrigued about what's going on in Chapter 2 compared to how I have been. Anyway, Vernon's on the other side, says that some Nilfgaardians are out there causing some hell, and I'm like, what's up, bro? We gotta go get these homies because they trying to tread on our
higher ground. And he's like, yeah, dude, I believe you. Let's go get these punks. And I'm like, all right, bet. So we get ourselves together. We go chasing after them. We haul ass across the entire city because we're gonna get these son of a bitches. Only to find that they're already pulling out, just like your mom, your dad should have pulled out of your mom. But anyways, we find out they're gone. I'm kind of upset about it, but it's like, we'll meet up with them later. We got to finish ending this curse in this town because we have some shit we need to bottle up. So I got to go and talk to King Hansel because his Gretel's on some flame shit. Anyways, we go down to the little place where they burn the witch at the stake. I go up and get a perch because we're going to do some paint by numbers real quick, which this part can be annoying as fuck. But anyways, if you go through, you tell him where to walk, he walks to all the locations. If you mess up, you do have to start over, which is a huge pain in the ass, especially if you fuck up towards the end. I didn't really know what positions it wanted me to draw, so I fucked up a couple of times, but eventually I got it down. Anyways, we draw our little circle, which I thought we were going to draw a pentagram, but fuck me, guess we're not, right? Pentagrams aren't cool anymore. They're not edgy. We have to go with some other weird, amusement park tycoon type bullshit. Anyways, while we start this up, I gotta defend him from some wraiths while he has to stab the bitch in the chest again. Except for last time he didn't stab her, he had somebody else do it. He outsourced that ship, and because of that, all this shit is going down. So he this time is going to do the task himself. He's gonna man up and not be a bitch. Anyways, he runs up, he looks at her more than ample bosom and stabs her right in the chest. All the wraiths disappear. We find out that kind of shit sucks. He gives me a medallion after all the shit I've been through. I finally get this medallion, which is supposed to help me with the thing, but instead of it just being normal, I get attacked by assassins, right? And I'm like, oh shit. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to whoop some ass. So I go in, I start taking these guys out, hugely upset that I didn't get to fight both of them. I just got to fight one. I fully put on oil on my sword and everything, expecting one. But anyways, I only beat the one because Tits shows up and she teleports the other guy away. I'm kind of upset about it, but not much I can do. But we find out that we can go into the heads of the dreams of the dead. So I buy a potion thing from this guy. Take that, go into my meditation, because that's how you have to make all the potions and drink them. Is you make them in your meditation zone, drink it in your meditation zone, then I jump into the dreamland. With the help of old douchebag McFucked Up Teeth Wizard, which I didn't show you again here because I didn't get footage, but I figured I'd save you the look of fucked up teeth. Anyway, I get to play as the assassin in his memories. I go through, kill a bunch of harpies. It seemed like the whole thing was just harpies, right? So I go through there. We end up going through this little trap zone, which was super annoying because you keep dying. But anyway, Lotho, or whatever the Buff Witcher dude's name is there. He's kind of saying, okay, we got to kill kings. We're not going to kill Sela, even though she seems like she's gonna. Sela is Cumtits. I just remembered her name. But anyway, Cumtits is gonna backstab us. But anyway, I go through the rest of the memory, and we go through, do some assassination shit. Oh shit. Oh yeah, this is right before I show up at the camp to assassinate the king. We show up, we start murking through all the king's soldiers because they're a bunch of fucking pussies and we're assassins, like badasses. Anyway, we just it was cool fighting as assassins. This part was one of the few times that it's put me in the boots of somebody else and I didn't want to just fucking give up. But anyway, I gotta fight the Witcher, which is really cool, going from fighting these guys to fighting as them, and I still unlocked the Witcher like a badass. Anyways, fucking douchebag McFucked Up Teeth Wizard, he wakes me up and he's like, hey bro, I know you had some fucked up shit, but I tell him some information, which there was a part of me that wished there was just an icon to say that, oh, they were on some fuck shit. I don't know, because I didn't want to tell him jack and shit. Anyways, I go to this guy, he gives me a haircut. He was pissing at the time, which I thought was kind of funny. That's when Geralt takes it upon himself to go down to the assassin's hideout where the Buff Witcher dude was at. So I go happily running down through this area, fight a couple of gargoyles, which I was really excited to fight something other than harpies and growlers, or not growlers, the rot guys. It was really cool to fight something new. I was kind of hyped about it. I got stuck in a bear trap, even though I kind of had the bear traps memorized. You can't be 100% all the time. Anyways, I go in, like, run down. There's a huge ass rock golem, which I was super excited to fight another cool thing that I hadn't really run into that much. Anyways, I find assassin number 2 laying on the ground. He's like, bro, we wanted to help you. I know you lost your memory, but we were homies in the past. And I'm like, homies? And then he's like, Cum Tits betrayed me. And I'm like, no, not Cum Tits. Wait. And then Witcher's memory starts to come back, which you get another one of these really cool cinematics. And basically he was like, yeah, I was chilling in the snow. And then he like dips out, goes back to talk to the king, because he's like, all right, now that shit's over with, I have to take care of I have to like end this war of the damned. So I talked to the one guy, kind of give him some information, even though I fucking hate this guy's face and he sucks. I did level up though, which was kind of cool. But anyways, I go back to the war of the damned. I get like possessed by things, so I'm like going through little like portions of the war and how it happened as possessed monsters, which was kind of cool. It was kind of a fun little gimmick, but I mean, it kind of sucked because I used like a really a whetstone on my sword, thinking I was gonna have a badass boss fight in there or something, which I end up having a badass boss fight against this big fucking guy who's such a dick to the little witch lady. I don't know, he was like the leader of the army, and he was just being like a douchebag, and she was like, we're gonna lose, and he's like, I don't care, fuck these men, let's just get them all killed. And she's like, I don't really like that, that's kind of fucked up. He's like, fight till victory. And I'm like, this guy sucks. So she gets her little like fucking round table of wizards out, and she's like, listen, I know we all have nice tits, that's kind of our thing because we're hot witches, but I think I'm gonna rain fire down on everybody. And they're like, why? And she's like, because I kind of think we need to win this war. Oh, otherwise shit's gonna go mad. And she's like, they're like, all right, but it's all on you. So then I progress further in. I end up getting in an argument with one of the ghosts that was like possessing me. He was like a visitor or some shit. I don't know. He was kind of being a douchebag. Well, anyways, there's a Drog shows up, and I'm like, you're a bitch. I'm gonna kick your ass. I keep away from the fire this time to be really smart. And then all of a sudden, big guy shows up, and this is the first boss fight in the game that actually made me use the mechanics of the game. I could not stun lock him. So first attempt, I'm not gonna lie, I got wallywopped, bro. I got beat the hell up because I thought I could stun lock him. Gonna find out I can't, so I really bobbed and weaved his ass. Anyways, lady rains down fire, kills a bunch of soldiers. The king gets in her face like, why would you do that? That's so messed up. And she's like, well, I had to. And then he burns her at the stake. Anyways, I get another flashback kind of showing that Buff Witcher was like getting fucking his ass kicked. So I save his ass, and come to find out, we've all been like really close friends. So I wake up 3 days later, and I'm talking to Dandelion, right? And Dandelion's like, bro, all sorts of wild shit's gone up. They think we're the enemy, and I'm like, wait, why? I just like saved them from a curse. And he's like, I don't know, bro, but I'm gonna stick around with you. And I'm like, don't stick around with me. You don't have the fighting abilities to last 2 days. Get the fuck out of here. So he dips. Anyways, I run over to figure out who's leading this the Square Crowing group, the ones that are like plotting against the king. Find out it's Vernon. I always knew I liked this guy because I fucking hate the king in this area. I hate his servant, but the servant and the king are just like ousting everybody. They're trying to kill everyone right now. They're on some fucked shit, dude. They are trying to fuck people up. So I tell him, Vernon, let's go fucking end this shit. So we make our journey back to town, hacking and slashing every one of the king's guards that gets in our way, because they're all sorts of pissed off at me. Even though I'm like the savior of their town, there was no way they knew that I was a part of the plot, because I wasn't a part of the plot. But anyway, the brothel chick tells us that the king was holding a celebration for all of our men, and I was like, well, they just tried to attack me, so that can't be good. So we show up at the tent, and all these guys are wanting to kill me, and I'm like, this is really fucked. I know something happened to all the guys that Vernon showed up with. I'm kind of worried about my elf chick. Is she gonna be dead? Or I don't even remember if she was an elf or not, but I remember I had sex with her, and I'm kind of worried about her. Anyways, we go inside the tent, and all of our dudes are hanging from the rafters, bro. This was such a sight to see, bro. It was so messed up to see everybody dead. One of my girls runs up and hugs me because Trish is my real down bad girl. I'm always gonna have a heart for her, but she's disappeared, and I wanted to see all the aspects of this game, so I had sex with her. Anyway, I find out that the king guy basically convinced her to fuck him so that they wouldn't kill the men. Well, that didn't work, and so she ended up sleeping with him anyway, which kind of sucks, bro, because like it's like, fuck, dude. So you got plowed out again just to get fucking everybody to die anyways, which kind of leaves some holes in her story, so I'm not sure if I can fully trust her yet. But anyways, we found out the king's dipped to another area, so I'm just kind of like running my ass away, dude, and just like hauling ass, find some trolls that need some help. The trolls like, where's my mom? And I'm like, I don't know, dude. I think I just talked to her back there. Anyways, I end up running around finding the actual troll mom, because I saved her ass, and she's like, why are all these people being dicks? You can't pass. And I'm like, listen, I feel you, I understand the pain you're going through, and I'm here to help. I'm gonna fuck up all these guys that have been messing with you and your family. And it's kind of crazy because the last troll I met up with didn't talk at all, just tried to kill me. So it was kind of cool to have a conversation with one of these monsters that I consistently murder. Anyways, we end up in the tunnels underneath the city trying to get back to the elf area of Elf City that's outside, because we know that there's a war going on there, and we get ambushed like a motherfucker. Everybody's after us, these mercenaries, like these highly trained guys, and they're led by this guy that Vernon has a past with. And Vernon's like, what are you doing here, homie? And he's like, listen, man, I need that paycheck, I need that bag, bro, so I'm here. So we take out his mercenaries and kind of short work. I kind of move my way through this cavern, just beating the shit out of these guys, and they're fighting the occasional monster, but most of the time they're kicking everybody's ass. So I get to the end here where I see the mercenary talking with old fucking snaggletooth wizard face, and he's being a douchebag like always, because he sucks and I hate him, and I'm glad that I finally see he's the bad guy. Anyways, I go through these mercenaries, I'm fighting the wizard guy, whooping all of their asses because they ain't got shit on me. Because I'm King Kong, bitch. I know I fucked up that line, but I don't care because of how cool I was when I felt this. Anyways, I start whooping at his ass, bro. He can't keep up, and so he pulls a bitch-made move and goes right behind this fucking energy shield, and then dips off into a portal. I go and talk to the leader of the mercenaries. Basically, he just got hired for this event right now, so I'm like, bro, you were just trying to get your bag. I'm gonna let you live. Go back to your family, have a nice life, and Vernon agreed that was the right thing to do. I feel like I made the right decision there. He seemed like a pretty chill homie. Anyways, we show up, talk to the dwarf guy. He's like, listen, they're trying to fuck us up. So I'm like, whoa, bro, I'm here to help, dude. I'm your friend. You're my friend. I know that we've kind of had like some pitting sides throughout this story, but at the end of the day, we've always had each other's back, and we're always going to have each other's back. So I go with Vernon upstairs, because we know we got to go across this bridge, because we're hunting this king down. This king ain't gonna fuck with our men anymore. He's not gonna fuck with us. So we go running through, and he falls through the fucking floor, bro, like a goddamn Nimrod. Don't you check where you step sometimes? I get it, you're running, but come on, dude. So anyway, we get split up. I fight this really, really cool monster thing, and yeah, I stun lock it, because everything's a stun lock move in this game. But look how cool he like lights up. He's got all sorts of cool shit going on. I just thought this was a really cool fight, even though there wasn't great mechanics involved, because none of the fighting really has good mechanics, because the game's clunky as shit, but it was still pretty cool. Anyways, I catch back up with Vernon, and the king's all like, oh, I did what I had to do, blah, blah, blah. And Vernon's like, I'm gonna kill you. And I was like, cool, do it. I don't care, bro. This guy sucks. I wanted him to die from the moment I met him. This is why chapter 2's been a fucking snore, because I had to deal with his fucking arrogant ass the whole time. And so Vernon gives him the old fucking gut stab, leaves him on the ground to die, and I'm like, cool, bro, we are homies. Anyways, we show back up and kind of see that old snaggletooth wizard's being a douchebag in another town. So I'm like, bro, fuck this dude. Some info dumps was here, but I was just so angry at this dude's face. I've been angry, but found out that he has a little girl kidnapped, like a child, imprisoned behind these like weird like lines and shit. Not cool. I'm not cool with taking kids. Leave kids the fuck alone. So I show back. Me and Vernon end up in the noon town. We're like, okay, we're back. We're here. These guards are like, are you sure you're able to enter? Because Witcher might be, or Geralt might be a murderer. And Vernon's like, nah, he's cool, bro. I checked him out. And all I can tell you is he's been steady chilling, and he's a homie. Anyway, I follow Roach down into the town, and it seems like every few seconds I have a door or somebody is trying to fight me while I'm following this son of a bitch into Loch Mock or whatever this place is called. All I know is the aesthetic of this place gave me like mad Skyrim vibes. I was really feeling this city, especially after the Wood City. But here's the first douchebag that had to get in the way while I'm trying to follow Roach. And I'm like, I'm just going to call him Vernon. But anyways, I smoked these guys. The stupid wizard dude, he can't take the heat, bro. I got the dodge roll from the goddamn Elden Ring, bro. I'm going to smoke his ass, even though the combat in this game is booky. Anyways, I go back to following him. I literally had to, like, load another save just to find him, because he does not wait for your ass. And then this son of a bitch shows up, because he's mad that I whooped his ass in the last town, so he wants some more, and I'm going to bring the smoke, baby. I'm going to smoke his ass. I throw him on the ground and pound a little bit like I'm some badass Tom Selleck like motherfucker. Whooped him up.
Go around, chill out, check out the new town that I'm in. They tell me, oh, you can't talk to the king. And I'm like, well, the king needs to talk to me. I already said that we're ready. We're here to talk to him. I'm here to clear my name, baby. Wrongly accused motherfucker. Right here. Right here. I am wrongly accused. You need to fix that. Anyways, he says, yeah, what happened to this king? I'm like, oh, I killed the last king, but I didn't kill the first king. And this chick just kind of runs up on us all like with a bunch of guys chasing her, and Vernon's like, where have you been? What have you been doing? Can I trust you? And she's like, listen, motherfucker, I have been like straight up being haunted and hunted all because of you. All I want to do is dip out. I need to dip set. So he's like, hey, Witcher, could you take care of this real quick, Geralt? Could you just walk her and make sure she gets to a boat? And I'm like, yeah, sure. She seems pretty cute. She's got like that cute little like bob haircut. I don't know, it's all fluffy and stuff and curly. I was like, yeah, I'll walk her down, and she's kind of hot. I don't end up sleeping with her, which is kind of a lame turn of events. I was kind of excited about it, but anyways, we go down, we're in the forest, and then another wizard jumps me, bro. Every wizard in this town's just like up my anus, bro. And here, all I wanted to do, only reason I'm thinking about is I want to kill that wizard that's been whooping or that, like, walked away and used the shield as a little bitch. I want to whoop his ass, but instead I just fight him. I fight some of these little rad scorpions or whatever they're called. I know you guys that are deep into the Witcher lore are going to be in the comments like, well, they're not rad scorpions, they're some Macamax. No, I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't care. All I know is I whoop their ass. Keep walking her little. I got so lost in this area. It shouldn't have been that complicated, but it seemed like everywhere I turned just led to a dead end. Everywhere I turned in this little wooded area. And then I kept getting ambushed. I did some cool ass super move, smoked through these guys. I mean, she kept trying to fight, which was kind of funny because she was basically just soft shanking everybody. We get down to the boat and we find out her little like boat guide was just murdered by another wizard. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? What's going on with these wizards in this town? This is the third wizard I fought, dude. They just been like, they must be breeding wizards in this bitch, dude. Just like pulling them out of other witches' anuses or something. Because that's how babies are born, from the butthole. No, you idiots. It's from the vajayjay. It's from the vajayjay. Anyways, I look at her tits a little bit. I find out what was going on. She was basically hanging out with the kids. She was the ones that were supposed to get them there safely. Anyways, the one kid got stabbed way earlier at the beginning of the game. I was who I forgot got stabbed. But anyways, the little girl they get ambushed and the little girl gets taken. So I go to talk to these weird dudes. One dude has an eye patch. When we show up, he's talking to this big burly guy. And I'm like, whoa, that's weird. Anyways, let's go talk to Mr. Eye Patch. And come to find out, he's not a pirate. He's just some war general guy. Lame. Why aren't there any pirates? I want a pirate. Anyways, I have a letter that says that he wanted the pasta dish merge. He says it's not from him. I go do some like testing stuff because I like went in here and the scribe that I was supposed to talk to, he's passed out drunk. Just like, so it's all on me, so I gotta figure that shit out. See, look at him, he's all passed out drunk. Anyways, I go and talk to this other guy because a messenger comes up and wants me to talk to him. He was the other guy that was in charge that could have like routed this the little girl in the wrong direction, because remember, she's kidnapped. Anyways, I'm talking to him. He's feeding me some bullshit, and I don't think I don't think he's cash money from the first second he starts talking to me. I don't really like him. Go talk to the other guy, tell him, hey, you were right, it is a forged letter. And he's like, yeah, I told you, motherfucker. And I'm like, whoa, dude, whoa, I still don't trust you yet. So I'm gonna go do a little more investigating. So I go and do a little more investigating. I find out that I need to go talk to these guys who were supposedly blackmailing Eye Patch guy. Come to find out, he's sending assassins to go kill these blackmail guys. And I'm like, oh, dude. And I have the choice to either kill the bandits or kill the knights. And I'm like, they're trying to cover up information. If there's one thing I want, it's the truth, because I can handle the truth. Anyway, I find out that he's getting blackmailed because he wanted to have the kids killed, and that's why the son was murdered. Not the daughter. The daughter ended up getting away, and so he wanted to have him murdered. Found out the other guy was like straight up was gonna have these. I talked to this guy, right, because he has information on what the other guy was doing, and I need to know what he's up to, because he seems sketchy as fuck. And so I follow him, find out this little wizard guy has some paperwork that comes from the fat dude, not the one with the eye patch, and he's got Nilfgaardians protecting his ass. These people in black armor are Nilfgaardians, for context, and I hate them. They're always dickheads. Anyways, I get in, and the wizard's like, like spamming teleport the whole time. What an annoying little boss fight. I end up deciding, okay, I'm going to put my little yen trap here, and I'm going to basically chase his ass into this trap, but I keep popping the yen trap just in case I run out of time. Get him stun locked, kill him. I'm a champ. Find out that he actually wanted the kid to get kidnapped. So he's behind the kidnapping. The other guy was behind the one that died. I tell this guy, and basically the only trustworthy one was the eye patch one, that to some extent, like, he trusts him as far as he can throw him. The other guy, he just executes. And I'm like, cool. This guy's going to get banished or something, or he's going to be under his thumb. I'm like, whatever, I saved the day. Anyways, I had the choice to go help Roach save the little girl or go save my girl Triss. And I'm going to save my girl Triss. I know that Vernon Roach can save that girl. Dude, I have so much faith in his ass to save her that I know nobody's going to save Triss, and she's going to die if it's not for me. So I gotta put up or shut up. So I captured the little ambassador guy from that we met at the beginning of the game, who kind of let me escape but didn't, kind of make my life a little bit hell. He's being like, don't kill me, I'm an important motherfucker, please, I'm so important. And the leader of No Guardian is like, screw you, shoots him in the chest, and I'm like, whoa, this is gonna get real. So what they don't know though is I am the king of Witcher combat. At this point, I have learned the skills of the mountains. I have learned not the skills of not to be fuckwithable. I am too freaking good at this point. I know this clunky combat like the back of my penis. Not the back like the bottom side, but the top side. I think that's the back. Maybe I'm backwards, but I know this combat down. Well, anyways, I get into this little, I'm chasing them, they get in this little pond here, and they're just like sending endless troops, because Nilfgaard has an endless amount of troops, and I'm like, I don't think you do. I count like 10, 15 people at max, and 15 people are not going to take down the Witcher. I have the skills of the monster slaying capabilities. There is nothing you can do. So I loot their bodies because I'm sure that they're going to have something worth a little bit of money. Go up, tell this guy, like, listen, bitch, I want my girl back. I know I've been sleeping around, but at the same time, I'm steady feeling her vibes, bro, and I need to riz her up and save her from the little dungeon you got her in. And he thought that he could send two guys with shields after me, like that was going to stop me. No, bro, I'm too good. I get him stun locked. He decides I'm going to fight the Witcher. What an idiot. I actually kill him like hovering above the ground, which I thought was kind of cool. Kind of a little like glitch I got. Well, anyways, I go down, get my girl. They had her straight up chained up, bro. Like, look at this. Look at this. They got her chained up to the wall. Like, how messed up is that? I guess I didn't get any clips of her chained up to the wall. But anyway, I talked to her, say, hey, I know things have been going down, and she, oh, there it is. I just put them in backwards order. Anyways, I'm talking to her, and she tells me about the whole thing that's been going on. That whole, like, little round table of witches is, like, this weird side group of witches who want, like, a weird amount of power, and old Cumtits, she's one of the heads of that thing, and another witch that I never did meet her. But anyways, Cumtits is kind of bad, but they're having a peace summit right now, so we need to go blow this up, because Cumtits is like one of the main leaders. Like, she's gonna sign this thing, she's gonna witness this peace treaty, and we're like, no, because if she does this, she's gonna screw everybody over. And Triss used to be a part of this group, but they kind of like kicked her out because she was like, this is messed up what you guys are planning. So we show up, tell them what's going on. Cumtits is like, no, I'm not a bad person. Please don't kill me. And then she summons a mother flippin' dragon, bro. A dragon shows up. From the beginning of the game, Cumtits was behind it. Now, I don't hate her. I know that she's just looking out for number uno, but I still gotta go whoop her ass. So I go up this tower. I'm like running around, getting my ass lit on fire because every time I tried to dodge and stuff, it just didn't work. I just kept lit on fire. So I guess I had to run through it. Well, anyway, she's already started her teleportation spell, and I was like, listen, you bitch with the landing pad, I'm gonna get you. And you can run wherever you are, but people are going to hunt you down. She's like, I don't care. I know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. I'm like, I don't care. Listen, honey. You can't just teleport out of here. And then she's all of a sudden getting electrocuted. And I'm like, that's not cool. I don't want you to get electrocuted. What a lame way to die. I hope you get like tortured or something. So she ends up teleporting away, right? And because I saved her, and I get an achievement for being a nice guy. And then the dragon tries to kill me, and I'm like, whoa. Whoa, hold up. I get to fight a dragon now, which this fight was fun. It had some great set pieces. I got to dodge roll around away from fire. The dragon was like above me. I thought that was really cool. It was really, really like cinematic. I mean, look at this. This is cool. This is a cool boss fight. I enjoyed this. And anyways, the dragon thinks it's going to flex up on me. It goes to fly. I stab it in the neck and start riding it like a badass. I'm like, whoa, this is cool. And oh, I got this clip twice just for you to get a replay. You got an instant replay. Look how good that is. Double flip for you. Spyro's anyway flying up. I grab him with the hook. He impales himself on a tree like that dude from Tucker versus Dale. And all of a sudden I'm standing there looking at this dragon in pain, and I have a choice to kill it or not kill it. I'm going to kill it. I felt hella bad that it was just sitting there suffering. It's a majestic creature. You don't leave something there to torture itself. Anyways, they start rounding up these witches that were a part of this group, and anybody that had any part of this group or was friends with them, and they straight up arrow their ass, shoot bolts through their chest. So that was crazy. I run up, I meet up with Triss. They're gonna lock this whole city down, bro. They're gonna put that shield that they put in the Simpsons movie around this city, and it's gonna be locked off. And I'm like, crazy. Well, anyway, I find out Lotho, Buff Witcher, is still chilling. He's still waiting for me. I'm like, that's kind of crazy. So I start to head over that direction. And all of a sudden, there he is, Vernon Roach, saving the little girl. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I told you he was going to have the girl's best interest at heart, and he's there, steady saving her. And even though he was cornered, your boy the Witcher shows up. And I know Vernon's a little mad at me after this. He's telling me, hey, bro, it wasn't really cool you choosing Triss. And I'm like, I got to do what I got to do. Nobody else was going to help her. The whole kingdom and the world was going to be in torment. He's like, but what about when they split everything off? He's like, we're like, you raise that girl. You raise that girl right. Teach her how to be a leader, and she will one day bring all the different worlds together, bro. She will join people. Anyway, I find this dude, he's just burning people. And straight up burning people. I just thought that was crazy that this whole time I'm walking through seeing people burn, and there he is. There's the man himself. And this whole section right here, this is the epilogue, and this is like, the more you can talk to him for a while, get a ton of information, you take a swig with him, you can straight up find every plot hole that could possibly be had in this game. He will lore dump on your ass. Well, anyways, he tells you that there was a big battle against the Wild Hunt, right? And your girl was like getting kidnapped. He picks her up. You trade your soul for Yennefer, and that's how you lose your memory. And then he takes off with Yennefer, and she got amnesia too, I guess. But he ends up getting separated from her by the Empire, and the Empire sends him to kill a king, and that's what started all of this. But he's been steady kind of a dick to me throughout this, so I'm gonna fight him. And plus, I wanted this boss fight. I mean, he got a win in the cutscene last time. I get a win in the cutscene this time. Lotho is down for the count. He did catch me right there in the cutscene. I'm like, are they seriously gonna let Lotho win in the cutscene for a second time? Fuck no, dude. I slash him across the chest. He dies. Pan out, baby. And we're gonna have a toast. This is a start of a beautiful friendship type shit. Anyways, I go to grab this thing. I find myself a ladybug. Look at it. It flies away. Beautiful moment. Anyways, guys, that was The Witcher 2. To give you my overall thoughts on the game, this game had a crazy up and down story. I was all over the place, but I was engaged. The second act, for me, kind of drew out a little bit too long. I felt like it was a little kind of lame. It felt a little boring and a little, maybe it's because I did the most side quests in it, but I felt like it just was kind of bloated. I never really captured me. The first and the third act, whoa, I was in it. I mean, the third act felt like it was a little short. Maybe it didn't really like hand me the side quests like the first two acts did. But I really felt like the third act really sealed the deal on cool stuff going down. I really enjoyed it. I do wish this game had a new game plus. It's kind of lame it doesn't. The combat is just ass cheeks. It is clunky. Sometimes you'll hit the button and it's like delayed. It never truly feels that great. I mean, the worst is when you get overwhelmed by a bunch of enemies. You'll know it because it'll happen like pretty quick in a battle. You'll just get super overwhelmed. You won't know what to do, and it kind of sucks. When that happens, it really gets lame. But anyways, guys, that was my video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the video. Do you want to see more videos like this? Because this was a pain in the ass to make. I'll let you know. But I love you guys. Catch you later.